Good evening, Mr. Gavaskar. Well, Rohit Sharma's love affair with the Australians continue. His 600 against them today, and also a sign of confidence having brought it up with a 6. What really stood out for you in his knock of 125?
Well, I think what you could see was his sense of responsibility. He took 14 deliveries to get off the mark, and then after that played with such a sense of commitment, and he wanted to ensure that he didn't want to throw his wicket away in the 60s and 70s. In the 90s, he had a bit of a problem with a little bit of a pull of the hamstring, but he carried on because he realized that the top three batsmen were the ones in form. Number 4, 5, 6 have not really got the runs as the selectors wanted. So it was important for him to stay right till the end, or nearly till the end, and which is exactly what he did.
Right, 6,000 ODI runs for Rohit, and he's now become only the third fastest Indian after Kohli and Ganguly to reach this landmark. Would you say numbers are fast becoming irrelevant for Rohit?
Yes, I think the way he's batting, I think it's just a matter of counting his centuries. And at the moment he's got 14, but the kind of form that he's in with, I think, another 6 one-day internationals before the team goes to South Africa, you could possibly see maybe 2 or even 300s in there, and that's going to be fantastic from the Indian point of view. But numbers are something that maybe a player looks at only once he's finished. While he's playing, he's just focused on the present. He's wanting to get as many runs, carry on the good form that he's in, the good touch that he's in, as long as he can. And I think that's what Rohit Sharma will try to do.
Mr. Gavaskar, when Shikhar Dhawan returns, who will open for India? Will it still be Rahane and Rohit? They have now got 3 successive century partnerships in ODIs.
I think it will probably be Shikhar and Rohit, left and right hand combination, because Shikhar has proven himself at the one-day level. And my feeling is that because India has struggled for a number 4, that it'll probably be Ajinkya Rahane going down at number 4. Or maybe Ajinkya Rahane batting at number 3 and the skipper Virat Kohli coming down at number 4. I think that is what is likely to be the batting order against New Zealand.
Right. Rahane scored 4 successive 50s in the series. Would you say that Rahane and KL Rahul are suffering the same phenomenon in ODIs and tests? They are unable to convert good 50s into 100s.
Yes, I think he gets 50s quite easily. But after that, he's not able to get going, get to that 3-figure innings. But listen, if I'm the captain and if a player is getting me 50s regularly and consistently, like Ajinkya Rahane is doing, then I certainly won't complain, because I know that at the other end there is a Rohit Sharma who's going to get 100. At number 3 there is Virat Kohli who's going to get 100. So if I've got 2 people scoring 100s and one guy scoring 50, I've got nearly 300 runs. So I really won't complain.
Right, Mr. Gavaskar, today it seemed like Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma were playing on 2 different pitches. This was the first series, in fact, he went without a century.
Yes, I think it was not an easy pitch to bat on. It took you a little while to get used to it. The ball was not coming onto the bat as quickly as it did at Indore and at Bangalore, and therefore I think Virat struggled a little bit with his timing. So he had to spend a little time out there in the middle for him to get used to the kind of slowness of the pitch. But also he didn't have too many runs at the end of the day to score, because the start that Rohit and Rahane had given, I don't think Virat had too much to do. But he made sure that there wasn't a second wicket that fell quickly after Rahane went and thwarted the Australians.
Do you think that they have ticked all the boxes in this series?
Not quite, in my view. I think they still haven't sorted out the number 4 position, because we've had different batsmen coming in at number 4. While Manish Pandey batted number 4 the first couple of games, and Hardik Pandya the next couple, now Kedar Jadhav in this game here at Nagpur. So I think that's an area that they need to look at. But the big plus, if you look at it, is that they've got options. They've got these floating options. Pandya has done well at number 4. Jadhav has done well at whatever, 5 or 6. And Pandey is coming good. The more confidence you show in him, I think Pandey will deliver as well. So I think those options are quite there. But I think at the moment, nobody's certain of what that number 4, who's going to occupy the number 4 position.
Interestingly, they have used 6 men since the Champions Trophy for that spot. But do you think in the modern day game that should be a fixed slot for a person coming in, or batting order between 4 and 7 should be dynamic?
Yes, I think between 4 and 7, I think it should be a floating floating batting order, because the kind of top 3 that we have, I think they are the world's envy at the moment, whether it is Shikhar and Rohit, or whether it is Ajinkya and Rohit and then Virat at 3. I think it's the world's envy. And these 3 are scoring runs most of the time. And so number 4 generally comes into bat maybe towards the end of the 30th over, between the 30th and the 40th over. And so it doesn't get too much time. So you really need somebody who can get going straight away, whether it's a Mahendra Singh Dhoni, or whether it's a Hardik Pandya or Manish Pandey. So yes, I think that is the thing with the top 3 doing so well. Number 4's position, 4 to 7, can be floating positions.
Mr. Gavaskar, one final word from you on who do you think has been the find of the series?
Well, for me, I think it's been Kuldeep Yadav, because he hasn't played too much of a limited overs cricket, but the way he's bowled in the 4 matches that he played, the big heart that he's shown, and he's a quick learner. I think the only thing that he really needs to work on is that fielding. He let off a few runs today off his own bowling when the ball came straight at him. He's got to just work a little bit harder at that, maybe lose a little bit, maybe lose a couple of kilos, which will make him a little more supple, and then we'll have another gem on our hands.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gavaskar, for joining us on the show this evening.